Hey guys, HW. I'm on York Street, on the sidewalk at Wynyard Park, across the road from Wynyard Station, and I was just looking up at the AWA tower on the corner of Erskine Street and York Street to give a contrast. It's an absolutely stunning day in Sydney today, and I wanted to show you the blue sky. This is the second day in my 7-part series of 7 days of Sydney. And it's Tuesday. It's terrible Tuesday. The real Monday. Remember I promised I'd show you what one of the busiest days in Sydney was? That's today. Tuesday, the real Monday. There's no more sickies. The weekend's over, the long weekend. People are back at work. They haven't done anything on Monday, they were bludging. They're going to rush into the office to show a bit of productivity. And the plan today is to get down a few of the main strips to prove to you that this is a busy day in Sydney. When all of the flexible working came about during COVID mainly, and people started to get back to the office after it, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday became the busy days. Monday, Fridays, which we call bookends, they were the days that people bludged at home, and that's continued, I think. Let's walk on the quieter street of Wynyard Street this time, or the quieter sidewalk, footpath. Avoid the coffee shops that were filmed before. So today you'll see a lot more office workers getting around the city in between meetings. People having hurried meetings in coffee shops. And just generally a lot more busy than yesterday. See, look at them all scurrying between buildings, scurrying between meetings, heading out to get lunch with their workmates or grab a coffee. There's another good view of the sky, blue sky. There's that Toby's estate where we had coffee yesterday afternoon. I was walking along the lane here. I thought I was on the tram track, but I wasn't. This van was trying to hurry me out of the way. Now I'm getting in its way again. But have a look at all the office workers in their bags of fruit. A few people picking up phones, getting phones repaired in the Apple store. From my observations, Tuesday is the busiest day for traffic as well. Traffic on the road on Tuesdays is horrendous. We'll head down the rest of George Street. We'll whack a right at the Queen Victoria building, and I might even have a coffee on the corner there of I think it's Druitt Street and York Street. Haven't had a coffee there for years. Flick over the road here. When I get down the end of the Queen Victoria building here, I'll stop and give you the weather observations. Just skip past that guitarist there. He was pretty loud. Almost to the end of the Queen Victoria building. Hopefully the saxophone player's not on the corner up here.
Yeah, sure. As long as we just end up with
Alright, as we look up the Sydney Town Hall, again with that beautiful sky in the background. The weather observations today. It's 20 degrees Celsius in Sydney right now. And the winds from the northwest at 17 kilometres an hour. So it's a delightful day. As I swing around and face towards the coffee shop that I'm going to sit down at and have a coffee midstream today. I think the sign says it's called Menon now. Can't remember whether that was its name before as well. I found a seat in Menon on the corner of York and Druitt Street, so I'll wait for the waitress to come around. The flat white has arrived. But while I was waiting here, I looked up on the corner here of Druitt Street and York Street and noticed this old building. It's got bank emblazoned on some of the bits of sandstone, but it's actually Gresham Hotel and also Hong Kong House are the two names it's known by. Built in 1891. It's an impressive old building. But back to the flat white. The flat white has arrived. Let's try out this flat white. Might be a bit noisy here with all the buses going past. Tell you what, I aged a couple of years waiting for this coffee to arrive. Yeah, I'm not even going to comment about this coffee, to be honest. Let's just leave it at that. It's a nice spot. It's quite busy inside today. And given the amount of time it took for the coffee to get out here, they're probably flat chat. So there hasn't been much effort put into this coffee. So I'll whack this down. Finished in Menon. Let's get up York Street now. Look at the reflection up there with Centrepoint Tower. In the Queen Victoria building. Everybody's walking against the light, so might as well be a sheep and follow them. Oh, what a shame. Just that little cafe I just filmed there, that used to be coffee shop that sold baguettes or paninis. That was a great spot. It's gone. Out the back of one of the very few Five Guys that we have in Sydney. The entrance is actually on George Street though, I think, rather than York. Navigate this construction zone here. This has been under construction for ages. So we come up to the corner where the Forbes Hotel sits, or used to sit. That's another example of how fast you've got to cross the street in Sydney. All the cars were starting to turn into me. I joked with someone in the comments this morning that could be Olympic sprinter across the road in Sydney. It's not wrong.
Yes, I have to. He was, oh my goodness, why did you not tell me?
traversing the same part of York Street that we started off the walk today. A few workers eating lunch in the park, lapping up a bit of sunshine. It'd be unfair to skip this section of George Street because there's plenty of office towers down this end as well. I think that we'll end the vid here today on Terrible Tuesday, the second day of my 7-day series in Sydney. Looking up at the old Summit restaurant up the top, which is now called the O-Bar. Australia Square at the base. Still a lot of work being done, construction being done along this part. Thanks for coming on the skirt along George Street and York Street today to showcase a busy day in Sydney as we watch the South Sydney Juniors Kingsford tram take off. I'll say goodbye to you. The video is over.